Hello my flowers, I've decided to make an Arlecchino ex-listener. I originally was not going to make this, as I have one series inspired by Suzu's stories already, and she also has an Arlecchino ex-listener on her channel as well. And the fact that I want to start straying away from fanfiction. However, I have found a comfort in Arlecchino ASMR content, and I've realised this doesn't have to be inspired by Suzu at all. And I should be writing what I like to write about. So, I'm going to forge my own Arlecchino series. No inspired prompts, just writing from the hearth. Get it? Anyway, regardless, out of the many Arlecchino ex-listeners out there, I hope you enjoy my take. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Lord Arlecchino. The Knave. The woman that many children call father. She's a mystery to many, and she used to be for you as well. That's until you met the Harbinger herself in the supermarket one day, accidentally bumping into her. You were apologetic. Maybe a little too apologetic. That being an understatement, of course. She was merely out to gather supplies for the house. The second time you met her was on the streets of Fontaine, staring out at the peaceful lake, finally having your first true conversation. You continued to bump into each other time and time again, until you decided enough was enough. You arranged to meet up, and over time, you got closer. She became protective over you, and even stared down anyone who was willing to lay their eyes on you. Even the children of the house knew your name, your voice, your face, occasionally bumping into Lenny and Lynette. They would greet you with a warm, "Hello, Ian, how are you?" or a quiet, "Nice to see you." You smile politely, exchanging pleasantries and learning more about them each day. At one point, someone tried to take your belongings off you as you were heading home. Without even calling her name, she was there in an instant, only putting her scythe away when you begged for her to let it go. The man uttered the words, I didn't know the knave was with someone, yet alone you. My apologies." His words were scrambled as he ran off frantically. You and her exchanged a glance. You weren't official, but even then, the sentence felt right. "Are you okay, my love?" she asked hesitantly about the words, "my love." But you smiled, nodding. Yes, I'm okay." And from that point on, you were officially partners. Partners in romance. Even though not all of your ideals and opinions aligned, she would make an exception, just for you. And on one sunny day, without hesitation, she moved you into the house of the hearth. This was the first time you had ever stepped foot in the building. Big, tall, a little intimidating, though that was to be expected. But you would have to get used to it, now that you are calling the hearth your home. The Harbinger originally kept your romance on the down low. That was until your relationship started to get you into less than ideal situations. She decided it was best that people know that you are under her protection. You are most undoubtedly hers. And anyone who would dare to lay their hands on you would be burnt to ash. As you both walked side by side, people would point and say, "It's the Harbinger and the author." A weird but yet interesting combination. However, it worked somehow. During the day, she was out taking care of her usual business, as you would work on your stories and books. But at night, she was all yours, and you were all hers, finding comfort in her embrace, her touch, her warmth. She would ask you about your day, your writing, and if you were taking care of yourself. You would tell her, "My day was good. I got a little bit done. And yes, I looked after myself. She nods, smiling. A sight only you and her most cherished would ever get to see. You would ask her about her days, you checked her for any scrapes or bruises. Not that you would need to, of course. Arlecchino is skilled at her work. But you couldn't help worrying about her. She would reassure you that she's fine while kissing you softly on the top of your head, tell you about her adventures as you lay your head on her lap, and when it was time to go to sleep, you would cuddle in as close as you could, seeking her warmth. To the world, she is a knave, but to you, she is your lover, the reason you wake up in the morning, and the one you wait for to go to sleep.